Hi everyone, if you are a college student preparing for US dental schools, this video is a must-watch. Today, I'm going to share a realistic guide on dentist shadowing, something you absolutely need to know. I'll cover why this experience is critical for your application, how to prepare, how it differs from medical doctor shadowing, and what dental schools actually look for. Whether it's a large hospital or a private clinic, I'll explain where to start and how to connect these experiences directly to your application and interview. Many students think of shadowing as just another resume builder, but to admissions officers, it is essential proof of your commitment. First, understand that dental shadowing is completely different from medical shadowing. While med shadowing often looks at broad hospital systems, dental shadowing focuses heavily on private clinics. This means you need to be proactive and find opportunities yourself. Another key difference is space. Dental operatories are small and the doctor works very close to the patient. You must be extremely aware of your movements, knowing where the sterile zones are and where to stand to avoid interfering. Learning this professional etiquette is a core skill you gain through shadowing. The most common question I get is, how many hours do I need? Generally, the American Dental Association recommends over 100 hours, but simply hitting 100 hours isn't the goal. Dental schools care about the quality of that time. Instead of watching the same procedure for 100 hours, it's much better to base your experience in general dentistry and mix in various specialties like oral surgery or pediatric dentistry. Also, keep in mind that the virtual shadowing, which became popular after the pandemic, is strictly a supplementary tool. It cannot replace actual in-person experience. So, where should you shadow? First, university hospitals. You can see rare cases of multidisciplinary collaboration here. However, spots are limited and admin procedures are strict. Pro tip: secure a sponsor dentist before applying on the hospital website. Second, private clinics. Most accepted students go through this route. It offers flexible schedules and one-on-one mentoring. Most importantly, you can learn the business aspects of running a clinic, from insurance to billing. You might face rejection, but if you persist, the opportunity will come. For F1 international students worried about visa issues, yes, it is possible. Under US labor laws, unpaid volunteering for educational purposes is permitted. However, you must remain a strict observer. You cannot perform employee duties or receive pay. If a hospital asks for an SSN, explain you're an international student and ask to use your passport number instead. What really matters to the hospital is your immunization records, like MMR, Tdap, and TB tests, and your background check, not just your visa status. Once you're in, how do you shine? Remember these three things. First, attire. Wear business casual or scrubs and strictly follow HIPAA privacy regulations. Second, questioning. Timing is life. Never ask while a patient is being treated. Write questions in a notebook, not on your phone, and ask later. Third, journaling. Record what you learned every day for your future WSAT ACE application. And don't forget to send a thank you card to the doctor to maintain that relationship for a recommendation letter. Dentist shadowing. It sounds like a lot to manage, right? From contact to paperwork, and then weaving that experience into your essays. If handling this alone feels overwhelming, PharmEDuLab is here to help. We provide a tailored roadmap, deciding where to focus and how to strategically structure your 100 hours. We coach you one-on-one, from editing cold emails to crafting your story for the application. Dental school admission is a long journey. Let us be your running mate so you can focus on your grades. Thank you.